What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Yeti Express DFS podcast presented to you today by Draft Dashboard. We're going to do a quick lineup review of Saturday night. Saturday night, we killed it. We had single entry, $5 single entry won us $50. If you watched the video on Saturday, you got Devin Booker from me, you got Portis from me, Vucevic, Doncic. Those were all my plays that I was rocking with. As you can see, it didn't do so hot on the football side of it, but we killed it the other day, so we're looking to stay hot here. We'll start out in the we'll start out with the cheat sheet today, and here it is. They're still crunching numbers on some of this stuff here, but I think they're still trying to figure out the best locks of the slate. But it's starting to kind of come out a little bit as we speak. Position optimizer. Let's start in position optimizer. So I'm going to be mass entering today the $20 or the $1 20 max entry on DraftKings. It's a fun tournament, so we're going to be making a bigger player pool today. I like James Harden. He'll be in my player pool. He's just in a spot where if Houston doesn't blow out Phoenix, then he's going to score like 80 points. But if they blow him out, he probably won't. Chris Paul is probably my favorite point guard today, actually, and here's why. His minutes have been coming up. It's a great matchup. The price tag $6,600. He's projected for over 5.5 times value. Good matchup across the board. He could see up to 31 minutes in this game, and that's kind of what you're looking for. You can kind of get him at this discounted price tag. He might have a full run today. So that can go a long way for you. So I like Chris Paul quite a bit. Jrue Holiday, I think he's going to fly under the radar today. He's had a couple of stinkers lately, and he hasn't done well against Indiana, but those games were all with Oladipo in. And he's just got, I think he's a really good ownership pivot because he's in the lowest over-under game on the slate, I believe. I think he makes for a good ownership pivot off of like Booker and Harden and someone else, Beal's in that range too. Monty Morris, I like him quite a bit. Gary Harris has already been ruled out, and he's just. I heard a stat on him this morning, and it said that he has touched the ball more than Nikola Jokic has for this team. He had 92 touches last game. So ball's going to be in his hands. He's going to get a lot of minutes. He's been playing really well. His price I don't like the price on him. It's come up quite a bit, but dude's been living in the 40s, 45s, 45, 43, 44. Makes for an interesting play still, but I don't love the price tag. Tomas Satoransky has a really good matchup against Atlanta. They suck against every position. And with Satoransky, he just makes your lineup build really easy. I think he's got a great price. He's also got multi-position eligibility. He's now eligible at small forward, which is where I think I'll be using him today. Makes for an interesting spot. Frank Jackson, this dude played like 42 minutes the other day at 3,700. If he gets something like that again, he's going to smash that spot. He's not the best player in the world, but 3,700 for a guy who's going to play 40-some minutes. Or he might not play 40-some minutes again, but he played 40 minutes last game. So I'd put him in the above 30 range for minutes and, see what happens with him. Booker will be in my player pool as well. I think Trae Young will be. Washington's not very good defensively. Trae Young's been playing a lot better as of late, as you can see. 38, and he's been living in Yeah, so Trey Young, living in the 40s, pretty much for the last 5 games. It's been really hot. I like him a little bit. Let's get into small forward or shooting guard. So we got Harden. We'll have Beal too. We're gonna be running out some lineups today. Beal's in a great spot again against Atlanta. I think he's gonna see Kent Bazemore defense, so that might actually lean me more towards Booker, hoping that he can get a hot hand and keep that game close. But if I run in Booker, then I'm probably going to run James Harden back the other way. This game's stackable. If you think it's going to stay close, you could run out like Paul, Harden, Booker, and then just play a lot of the value. There is some value on this slate today, so you can actually get up to Harden if you want to. I don't think I'm going to be going there, but if I run 20 lineups, I might have 20% James Harden. DeMar DeRozan hasn't been playing good ball lately. Good matchup. Sacramento is fast-paced team. As you can see the pace here. So it's a pace-up spot. They're bad defensively. DeRozan's been not good, but he's got a really cheap price tag. I don't think we've seen him at $7,500 in a long time. Hasn't been playing well, though. Living in the 30s at $7,500 isn't going to get it done for you. But he can still pop off. He's a good player. Gets a lot of usage. So we'll throw him in there. Kenrich Williams is interesting because he's just like Frank Jackson. Dude's going to see a lot of minutes. And for $4,300, if you get 27, 41, all these games, you just have to have him in your player pool, whether you like him or not, just because he's scoring the ball. He's getting the points. He's getting the minutes. He makes for viable, almost like a punt play on FanDuel and or on DraftKings. He just makes a lot of sense. We'll get into Malik Beasley. Still makes a lot of sense. His price tags come up quite a bit. I might have a sprinkle of him, but the price coming up quite a bit, probably leading me off him in most of my lineups, but still worth a look. Small forward, Giannis we could throw in there. Don't like a lot of the mid-range stuff. Otto Porter's got a really nice price tag on him. Recency log's been kind of iffy, but if he plays 30 minutes, he should get there. His minutes have been kind of all over the place. They've been in the 30s. They've been in the 18s. You never really know what you're going to get with a guy like Porter right now. But definitely worth a look. So we'll transition on over to power forward. Power forward, not a whole lot I like. That's why I'm going to be using guys like Porter here in this spot. I just think he makes a lot of sense. Not a whole lot of power forwards I like. I guess I'd take LaMarcus Aldridge, John Collins. I think that's it for me, though. Not getting down into these value plays a whole lot. Fareed's price tag is ridiculous now. He's $7K. Just not going to be something that I get to. Bagley we'll throw in there. He's been playing pretty well lately, living in the 30s the past couple games. $5,500 makes sense there. Damari Carroll, if Joe Harris is out, makes sense. Should see an uptick in usage and minutes, so another player that you could throw in there. All right, we'll cap it off with center. I'm not a big Jokic guy tonight, but if we're running 20 lineups, we'll take a piece of him. Turner could make some sense with almost no big men from New Orleans that's healthy. He could play pretty well. I don't think there's anything in the value range that I was really getting to. Alrighty, let's get into the lineup optimizer. Before we do this, please like, comment, and subscribe on this video. If you want to try out the tools that I'm using at draftdashboard.com, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. Really helps me get my channel boosted. We're going to be looking to get some more tools that I can show you some better recording stuff. So little by little, everything helps out. Here's what it spits out on DraftKings. Malik Beasley, DeMar DeRozan. I like almost none of this, so let's just randomize it so it gets closer to what I want. I went with something like this. I'll show you what we had. We had Jrue Holiday. I think I actually had him here. So we went Jrue Holiday. We went with value play up here and Frank Jackson. Then we snuck in Satoransky. We had him there. We had Aldridge here. We had Chris Paul down here. Paul Holiday, Porter. This was Bagley, I believe. And then we had something like, I think we went to Monte Morris here. So this is what the lineup that I got. This is probably the one I'll be using for my single entry. Kind of a balanced rotation here. A lot of guys in the mid-range, and then Jrue Holiday and LaMarcus Aldridge. Some more value opens up. I might try and get more of a stud outside of those two guys, but for now I'm going to be playing kind of a balanced lineup. Let's go check out FanDuel quick. FanDuel, like this quite a bit here. Yeah, this is a pretty good lineup over here. There's a big price difference there. So I would lean Collins on FanDuel. He's almost 2K cheaper than Aldridge, so that's a big difference. You could do something like that. I'd probably go to Turner instead of Ayton, and then maybe try and get up. Carroll. It's a pretty good lineup, actually. You know, you could maybe go up here. No, it's maybe something like this, and go up to like D'Angelo Russell if you didn't like DeRozan. Kind of like DeRozan today, but you know, something you can play around with here on FanDuel. It leaves you 400 on the table, so we're going to get back into DraftKings for the mass lineup generator. This is probably my favorite tool that I use. We'll do 20 lineups quick of 1,000. Randomness. So this is basically just randomized players that pops in. So I usually keep it at low. Unique players. So this is going to differentiate your lineups when entering GPPs. I usually keep it at 1 or 2 because I trust my player pool. If you get on a day where you're like, I don't really know if I like my player pool, you maybe want to turn up your unique players a little bit. Maximum exposure, I usually leave at about 40%. So basically what this is saying, like today I like Chris Paul quite a bit on both sites, but I won't get more than 40% of him in the crunches. So we'll generate these quick. Again, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. If you want to try out these tools that I'm using, you can do so by clicking my link in the description below. Draft Dashboard's got some awesome stuff. They'll keep you updated on everything you need to know. It's really been helping me build better lineups. Alrighty, we'll go into the projected points. So, the best lineup that it's projecting right now on DraftKings is Paul, Crawford, Booker, DeRozan, Willie Cauley-Stein, Porter, Oubre, and Gay. I would tune that up a little bit. I wouldn't be playing Crawford, and I also probably wouldn't be playing that many Suns, and I don't like Willie Cauley-Stein as well. So I would definitely change that lineup up a little bit. Seems like the center that they like is Miles Turner. Aldridge has got a pretty good score that is dishing out. Same with DeRozan. He's in almost all these early lineups. So at the top. Corey Joseph looks like he might not play today. He's dealing with groin injuries. Never sounds fun. Yeah, so you can play around with it, see what you like. Here's a few lineups, sample lineups. Alrighty, guys. Well, you guys have yourself a wonderful Monday afternoon, and we will see you again tomorrow.